Today we're going to show you how to use the brand new hue saturation adjustment tool in Photoshop, which will allow you to change the color of anything. Hello and welcome to Phlearn. My name is Aaron Nason. Today we're showing you the brand new interface for the hue saturation adjustment tool. A lot of the functionality is the same that we had before, but it's visually different and a little bit easier to use. Let's go ahead and jump in. So here's our sample image. We got a lot of interesting colors. We're gonna show you how to change all these colors. So we're gonna start by going to Layer, down to New Adjustment Layer, and we're gonna go to Hue/Saturation, and let's go ahead and click OK. So here in my layer panel, you can see we have our background and then we have our hue saturation. So we can go ahead and double click here, which brings us into our properties window. Now, the first thing that we're gonna see is we have these beautiful colors here. So I can simply click on any of those to adjust those specific colors. Previously, we had a drop down window. I think this is a big improvement. The other thing that we're gonna see is this is available here in our contextual taskbar. So it's going to be available for us at any point in time. So let's go ahead and show you how to use the tool. We're gonna start from the top and work our way down. So at the very top, we're gonna see we have these presets. So I can click here and we can, for instance, change our image to a cyanotype, or we can go ahead and say increase saturation, and this is gonna increase the saturation of my entire image. Let's go to a sepia tone. So these presets kind of give us an idea of what the tool is capable of doing. Now, we're gonna go ahead and reset. We're gonna go to this icon down here, which will reset the settings to the default. There we go. Now, with the default setting, we have our different colors right here at the top. So with this option, which is the default option, this is going to affect all of the colors in your image. So if I have this option selected and I go to, for instance, my hue slider, I'm gonna go to my slider here and I'm gonna move this to the left or the right, and you're gonna see all of the colors in my image are going to change, which is fun. But a lot of the time you just want to affect a single color, and that's where clicking on the individual color pickers really helps out. So let's go ahead and reset this tool back to the default. We're going to use this icon to reset it to default. And now let's go ahead and start with our reds. So there are two ways to use these color icons. The first way is simply click here on your reds, and this is going to affect all of the things that are considered that have any red in them. So it's gonna be like the pink here. It's even gonna be some of the door here in the background. So for instance, I'm on my reds. We're gonna go to where it says saturation. I can click and drag this to the right, and you're gonna see it's going to affect all of these different colors. So everything that's moving right now is technically has some red in it. By the way, a couple keyboard shortcuts and tips that are gonna help you use these sliders a little bit. If you move right over here to any of these words, so hue, saturation, and lightness, you'll see you have a left and right arrow. I can click here and drag to the left and right, but if I hold shift, it's actually gonna go faster than normal. And if I hold alt or option, it's gonna go slower than normal. So it's a really cool integration that they added recently. You can also, for instance, if this was over here, you can also double click on the word saturation and it's gonna bring this back to the center. You could also, if it was over here, you can double click right here on this little icon and it'll bring it back to center as well. Of course, you can type in values there. Also, bringing it back to center would just be 0, 0, 0. Okay, so that's the first way to use any of these color icons. Literally, you just click on the color and then, for instance, adjust the saturation. But you can see this is adjusting the saturation of our, pink over here. It's doing the door. It's even doing some of the stuff that's in the ground. So let's go ahead and reset that. Most of the time, you actually want this to be a little bit more specific. For instance, I want to adjust these pinks. I don't want to adjust all the reds in my image. I want to target those pinks. So there's a couple ways to do that. You can actually double click right here on any of these colors. Double click right here. It's going to bring up your color picker. And from here, you can actually just move right over here and you'll have the eyedropper tool. And then I can eyedrop and select that pink. Now, when I do that, you can see that the pink actually changed, the red that was here actually changed to the pink. So you can see this would change to a blue, this is gonna change to a green there, gonna change to a pink again. So if you double click on any of these colors, you can also do this right up here in your contextual taskbar. If you double click on them, it's gonna give you your color picker, and then you can pick the actual color you would like to edit, which is very, very helpful. So I went ahead and changed that to a pink. Now, if I move this hue slider over to the right, you can see it did target my pinks and it moved them to this kind of greenish yellow. I can also see that here in my icon, which is very nice. I have the pink as before and it changed it to a green as the after. I really, really appreciate that. Now, there's another way to do the exact same thing. Let's go ahead and reset this. Instead of double clicking on this red for your color picker, you can actually click on your red and you can go down to your eyedropper tool, then click on the color, okay? And then it basically does the same thing. All right, so you can either double click or you can use this eyedropper tool. Both of them with the same exact functionality, just a different way to get to each of those functions. So now let's go ahead and select and change a few different colors with this tool. So let's go ahead and start with the reds. We're gonna double click right here and then go ahead and click on the pink, and I can change the pink. Maybe we'll just change it a little bit more purple. Next, we'll just choose any other color. There we go, and let's double click. There we go, we're gonna double click right here and go to the blue. There we go, and we're gonna change the color of the blue car to green. Let's now double click on this one. We'll change that green color, and we're gonna change the green color to a little bit more of a blue color. So you can see I'm changing my pinks to purple, my blues to green, and my greens to purple. And if I go back to my layers, just turn this off and on, we can see all of those changes are made with this exact same tool, which is very, very helpful. So these are all powerful. I love being able to click on any of these colors, and we can select the color range or double click on them to target specific colors. We got a couple more features to show you as well, and for this we're gonna reset everything. So let's click here on reset. Now the first thing we want to show you is this colorize icon. So if I click on colorize, it literally changes the color of everything in my image to an exact color. So I could, for instance, change the hue and change the saturation, and my entire image is going to be colorized. Sometimes this is going to be helpful, but you want to use a layer mask usually. So for instance, you would just affect the car and exactly dial in that color. I don't use colorize as often because it'll affect the saturation of everything as well, and the results tend to not be as realistic. But I think if you wanted to colorize, for instance, the individual car, I think it's still a little bit more helpful to just double click on any one of these colors, click on the car, there we go, and then you get just the hue or the saturation of that color. All right, now the next tool we're gonna show you is the hand tool. Up here is the hand tool. You can click on this hand tool and then click and drag from the left to the right on any color, and it's going to affect the saturation. I do think this works well. In my opinion, I'd like to see this work. I'd like additional functionality. Right now, if you use this, it only affects saturation, but I would like it to be able to affect hue as well. For instance, if you click and drag left to the right, it does affect saturation, but I think it would be cool if I clicked and dragged up and down if it changed the hue. Right now it doesn't do that, but I think it'd be a nice addition for this tool in general. I would also like it to target specific colors. Right now you can see it's just targeting all my reds, okay, rather than targeting the specific pinks that I actually clicked on. So personally, I would like it if this tool actually brought in some of the functionality of the eyedropper, and then I could simply click and drag and move the hue and the saturation at the exact same time of the specific color that I clicked on and have all that in a heads-up display. I think that would make this tool really, really powerful. The other thing that I would like to see added personally is right now, if you were set to your default settings where it's going to affect all of the colors, I would like the option for select color range to be available. Right now, you have to first click on a color, and then you can use your eyedropper tool and then click on your image and then adjust the hue of that specific color. For me, I think it'd be a little bit more intuitive if on the default settings where it affected all colors, if you still have this option available to use your eyedropper, because some people might not know that you first have to click on a color, then click on the eyedropper, then click over here, then you go ahead and adjust your hue saturation. So all in all, I think there are some really nice additions to this tool, but I think it still has a little bit more room for improvement. And I'd love to know your thoughts. What do you think about this new user interface change, and what would you change about the new hue saturation adjustment in Photoshop? Thanks so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, give us a big thumbs up. Let me know in a comment down below what you would like to see added to this tool. And if you enjoyed this video, click on subscribe. We'll send you more Photoshop tutorials. Thanks again. I'll Phlearn you later. Bye everyone.